Good evening, nerds. It's time for another Legacy of the Void replay cast. This time, in the top left of the map, we have Neuro, otherwise known as Neuro Zerg, Team Exile 5. He is an up-and-coming player, a big streamer, streams almost every single day. And one of the reasons why this is probably going to be fun is because this guy has his own interesting styles of play. I haven't tuned into his stream too much, so I can't say much about them. But I know he's done things like lurker drops, burrowed veins, all that kind of crazy stuff. He likes to experiment a lot. He's also going to be going to a team house in the future. He's going to be moving in with Polt and Violet. He did a Kickstarter for that and he managed to get the funds for it. So he's getting serious. He's getting real serious. Anyway, in the bottom left of Central Protocol, we have Nathanias with the kappa there. As always, his mascot. You guys probably know who this dude is. He's big caster for ESL, WCS. Do you believe he casted BlizzCon? Not 100% on that, but he casts like almost every major StarCraft event nowadays. And not only does he cast almost every major StarCraft event, he also plays at a pretty decent level himself, being in the Grandmaster League on NA. And we're going to see what he does here. So it looks like Neuro is already starting this off with a bit of a crazy one. He's open with a pool first with speed coming up as well. And he's built about 10 Zerglings to just run straight across the map. And he does have close positions here. And if Nathanias is not careful, that's going to happen. And that is going to hurt a lot. He's going to have to control his Reaper really, really well right now. Otherwise, these Lings are going to do massive. That was such a strange build. I've never even seen... Oh god, Nathanias, control that thing! Please, Senpai. Alright, there we go. He's controlled it a bit better there. Needs to keep it alive. Needs to keep these slowlings out of the mineral line. If he doesn't lose his Reaper, and he kills all of these Lings with the Reaper, the single Reaper, or the second Reaper that's coming as well, I think he will be ahead. But if he starts taking real damage from these Zerglings, then he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Another grenade goes down there. Neuro tries to dodge it. He gets hit just a little bit. Actually, a couple more Zerglings on the way for Neuro as well. Speed is about to finish. He's going for that depot. Nathanias looks like he might be in a bit of trouble here. Speed finishes up. A couple of bombs go down there. He does manage to kill a few of the Zerglings, but still, there's still a couple in the base. A couple more join up as well. We've got about 4 Zerglings going into natural 3 in the main base, getting taken down. There's another bunch, but the next depot is coming up. Such an aggressive strategy from Neuro here, and you got to remember this map is, well, the rush distance is absolutely outrageous. This is basically Steps of War rush distance, and Neuro is making the best of it. He doesn't even have drones on his natural yet. He's building some now. There we go, pops out. But Roach Warren is next. He's not gonna stop with this aggression at all. Let's have a look where we are in the game with SCVs and drones though, because just looking at that aggression there, it looks like it's bad for Nathanias, but Neuro invested a lot into that. And if we look at the drone count, we've got 22 drones there, 22 SCVs. If Nathanias can push down and take that natural at some point sometime soon, then I think everything will be okay. If he doesn't push down and take it sometime soon, then Neuro is going to have a massive advantage having this natural base up and getting drones on there like he is right now. Looks like the lair is on the way, full dronage going. He's not even going to go for that roach attack, which I thought he was going to go for. And yeah, it's up to Nathanias now. How does he take this natural? Looks like Banshees are going to be the choice to push out there. I feel like he should have used the Reapers to try and get out there and get that natural going, but instead he decided to send them across the map and get the fuck out of the base after doing very, very minimal damage. Now, we've got a cloak on the way for Nathanias. Sorry, I can't help saying it like that. That's how Rotterdam says it, by the way. Now, his real name is Nathan, so I'm like 100,000% sure you meant to say Nathanias or Nathanias or something like that. But Rotterdam says Nathanias, and it kind of just sticks in my head. Look at this cute little wall off he's got going there. Nathanias being a bit of a cutie patootie with his unit to the front of the base there. Kind of cute. Not going to let anything in. No, he has got his natural. Let's have a look at the drone counts again. 33 drones to 29. It's not bad at all for Nathanias there. Liberator on the way after the Banshee. This is interesting. I've never seen Banshee into Liberator. I guess he wants some kind of more solid defense after the Banshee to deal with either Roach attacks, Roach Ravager attacks, Nidus Worms, things like that, instead of just going into more Banshees. It's not something you typically see, but he's going to try and make it work here. Looks like Banshee gets in, does a little bit of damage, but not really anything. I don't think that was worth it, especially since he invested in the cloak as well. Wait, did he cancel that? No, he didn't. He does have the cloak. And there's the Nidus and the Hydra Den. This could be Nidus Lurkers, which is going to be fun for me because I know everybody loves Lurkers, but I've never really played with them myself. I played with them like once or twice. No, more than once or twice. In the beta, I played with them quite a couple of times, and they can definitely be powerful, but it's a very positional-based game, and I feel like I didn't like them that much. I don't like the way you have to use them. They are incredibly strong. They can be pretty much the best comeback unit in the game, and they can wipe out entire armies very efficiently if you use them properly. They just didn't gel well with my kind of style. But I might mess with them more in the future. Liberator takes down the Overseer here. Hydralisk on the way. Oh, he's not going for Lurkers. It looks like it's just the Hydra Den for just the Hydras, so he can take out the Banshee with the Nidus instead of going for Queens. I prefer Queens here, because Queens get you the transfuses to keep the Nidus up when you go through, and they also deal with the Banshee as well. But it looks like the choice will be the Hydralisks, and it looks like he's just going to run across the map with them. He doesn't actually have any vision in the back right now. So why Nidus? At this point, the Nidus isn't really going to be used for reinforcing units because the rush distance is so short, there's no need for that. So if oh, he's going with a slow Overlord? This is going to take a long time, buddy. It's going to take a long-ass time to get down there. Or is that just a poopy Lord? I think... Nope, no, he's definitely going for it. I feel like the epic music right now is... It doesn't go well with how slow the Overlord's going. Legacy of the Void has all this really intense epic music, and this just doesn't fit too well. Overseer's been morphed. Here we go. And he's going in the front here with a Ravager, Hydra, Queen as well. This just shows you how ridiculous the rush distance is on this map. That's not a lot of creep tumors, but he's basically at the front door already. It's so silly. But that's the map pool right now, and you got to learn to deal with it. Now, what's Nathanias got on the defense here? Oh, looks like a couple of dudes got past here. I assume, yeah, double dropships, so lots of harassment going down. Neuro pulled right back to his base there. Banshee gets picked off. No real damage done in the natural, but the main base could be a bit of a fry up here. Looking for that stir fry, getting a couple of drones here and there, and that one's pretty good. Now, Nidus base in... Nidus Worm in the main base. Looks like Nathanias pulls back. This should easily be a kill on this Nidus. There we go, targets is down. No big deal at all. Well spotted. And another base coming up for Neuro as he decides he can't really take that forward of a base there. Medivac gets picked off. Drone line is in... Well, actually, wow. Oh, there we go. The drones are coming back. I was going to say he got more damage done than I thought he did there, but he needs to re-rally these. They're not in the best position at all. I don't think Neuro is realizing with everything that's going on right now. Nathanias is pushing forward. Very fast-paced game. Like, this could easily turn around in a couple of seconds, and this might be the couple of seconds. Neuro pushing forward with Hydras and Queens. Nathanias being pushed back to his base on the Steps of War. Rush distance here. Tries to get in the bunker to buy a little bit more time. Neuro's not having any of that. He doesn't want to go into the bunker. And his army's actually looking a little bit small right now. He's producing more roaches. Still hasn't really realized with these drones, which doesn't exactly matter because he now has this base up where they were mining from. But very inefficient mining from Neuro here, just being distracted by everything that's going on. Nathanias does manage to sneak up a third base and all this and push forward as well. This could be... Oh, that looks like a winning engagement for Neuro there. Both armies very, very small. This does bring you back to Wings of Liberty, where players just had the smallest of armies just pushing into each other. The smallest of reaction times as well, because as soon as you step out your base, there's an engagement. This is Nathanias' natural. Remember, this isn't a third base. This is the natural. And Neuro's natural is over there. Nidus Worm coming up at the third base. I love this one from Neuro there. That's going to make it very difficult for Nathanias to defend, but he will be winning this main battle. So does he care about the Nidus if he kills everything in the main battle? Well, he's going to have to care a little bit, because a bunch of Hydras coming out here now. Nathanias going to repair that one up, but he's going to have to pull his unit. He could pull his units back, or he could attack. He decides to go for the pullback to defend against the Nidus. Honestly, I think if Nathanias just rallied to Neuro's base there, he could have gotten the kill. This is not a lot of units. It's just like... This is the annoying bitch Nidus that he puts down and says, I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm not really gonna do anything. I'm just gonna drain your APM and be a dick. Now, is that the first upgrade for Neuro? That's the first upgrade for Neuro, the +1 range. 11 minutes into a Legacy of the Void game. That is extremely late. Because in Heart of the Swarm, you had a faster timer on the clock, which would have been about 15 minutes now. So, yeah. That's some of the latest upgrading I've seen in a long time, just showing how aggressive this map really is. Nathanias, however, he does have his 1-1, and he's on his way to 2-2. If Neuro does not get anything done anytime soon, he is going to be in a lot of pain. In fact, the only way he can win this is with the Lurkers. He needs some kind of massive engagement with the Lurkers, but Nathanias is pushing the issue too hard here. There's way too many units. There's no Banelings for the big hits. There's no Lurkers out for the big AoE. Everything he's got just doesn't have that potential to, like, swing an engagement. And Nathanias... He's gonna push in. I think he knows. And Widowmine sets up. Marauders come in. And boom. I don't think there's anything that Neuro can do here. Way too much DPS. No swinger units. And boom. That's it. Nathanias getting it done. Nicely done, says Neuro. GG. Well played. Nice little game there from both of these players. Shows off how ridiculous the rush distance is. Here's something Nathanias always does. Whenever he wins a game or finishes a game, he continues to play. I don't know why he does this, but he does it. He mana mules Neuro when Neuro is out of the game. Nathanias, have you been on the crack pipe, mate? He's still going. He's still going, the lad. Nathanias doesn't stop. He doesn't care if Neuro's left the game. There we go. GG. Hope you guys enjoyed this replay cast, and I'll see you nerds for another one tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.